Registering a student-athlete's account can be done in a few simple steps. The first thing they would do is click register, and then to begin to create the account. The parent guardian would put in his or her first name, and then the parent guardian will put in his or her last name, and they will use their email address. Enter their phone number, select parent guardian as the role, create a password, confirm the password, read and agree to the terms of use, confirm they are not a robot, and click sign up. Once the parent guardian has created the Privet account, he or she can add the number of student athletes in the household. Multiple student athletes can all be under one parent guardian account. To add a student athlete, all they have to do is click on add student athlete, enter the information, and a profile will be completed. Once the parent guardian registration has been completed, the student athletes, after being added, can begin completing their registration. We will complete our pre-participation history form prior to going to get our physical. The student athlete must answer all the required questions. Once all the questions have been answered, the student athlete then can submit their paperwork. They can review it. They can submit the document without a signature, which will mean it is not 100% complete, or they can electronically sign now to complete this section. When you click sign, the parent guardian signature will appear first because they are the age of consent. They will confirm that the content of this document is true. They then can add the student athlete's signature. They attest when applying it that it is the documents for that individual, and then they click sign. We will notice now that the pre-participation history form is completed and signed. If we'd like to review it, we can go to Manage Documents, open up that document, and we will see that this is the MSHSAA PPE as required. A clean copy can then be printed and taken in when they get their physical. All the documents will show when they were electronically signed with a date and timestamp and by whom, including the signatures of the athletes and the parent guardian and when they were attached. Uploading the completed physical form is quite simple. It can be done through the platform or it can be done with the Privet mobile app. By going down to the bottom, clicking upload, choosing the file from their computer, selecting the document, and pulling it into the platform. Selecting the document type and clicking upload. It will then be in the system and they can look at the completed physical exam. Once the student athlete has completed all the blue tiles, including the required upload documents and attaching the proper signatures, the submission bar will change from orange to green and reading submission complete. This is the administrator homepage. Administrators can quickly and easily access each of the features shown here. Some of the examples of the tabs that are available for your administrators and staff to complete are the Manage Teams. The Manage Team tab allows you to manage all rosters and search for individual students. The Manage Staff tab allows you to add staff members and assign permissions. The Reports tab is where you can pull data for teams or specific groups. When a student athlete is completing the preseason medical registration, in their profile they will see an orange bar that determines whether their submission is either incomplete or complete. In this case, the student athlete's submission is incomplete because he has yet to join a roster. If I click for more details, it will tell me where I need to go. Now you notice that because all of the materials are completed, the status bar turns to green and lets the athlete know the submission is complete. If a student athlete's profile is incomplete or missing documents, it is very easy to notify that individual. First, you can select the individual who is missing documents by looking at what they're missing, get a quick look, and send a notification to that individual by clicking on the box next to their name, go down to Notify. We can view detailed information such as the athlete's profile by just clicking on the 3 vertical dots on the right-hand side. But if we were looking at the athlete profile, we have different categories we can look at, whether it be the medical history, specific documents that have been put into the system, the required uploads and managed documents from within. We can look at any incidents that have been reported on behalf of the student athlete. There are many functions within the Manage Teams tab, but specifically managing an individual athlete is very easy. Changing the clearance status for an individual is really easy, especially because it's only done by the athletic trainer. In this case, we can look at Connor. He is good to go with his paperwork. All we have to do is set him as cleared. Selecting our role. In this case, we're not going to notify him. And then it changes to a green check mark because he's been cleared to play, because his physical is good, and he has all of his documents in. The athletic trainer has the ability to adjust the physical date and the expiration date, and also send notifications to the student athlete if a physical is going to expire. The trainer can also notify the student athlete of an expired physical by clicking on Notify, updating physical dates for all individuals, or by doing it individually by person. If you do physicals on campus, or you know that physicals must be completed by a certain date, you can put when the physical date occurred, and you can also adjust when the physical date will expire. And you have the ability to download specific documents from all of the individuals. First, we need to click on the square at the top to highlight all the individuals as selected. Download documents. The NCAA sickle cell form. I click download. It would tell me the individuals that have not completed it yet, and then it would show me the files of those that have. If need be, I can either print or download all of these documents. From the Reports tab, administrators can run many different types of reports. Let's take a look at 2 examples. First, we'll look at Team Roster. A team roster report can provide administrators with up-to-date clearance status reports that can be shared with their entire staff. Another type of report that we can look at is the Report Builder tab. This tab allows you to create custom reports. The fields at the top allow administrators to choose any information they want to see and leave out any information they do not need. If we look at the different forms within the forms list, you can see the different examples and types of forms you are able to choose from.